major highlight sa buhay ko.
Sige nga, sis.
But I believe that Islam is not to blame for the sins of its followers.
No. Yeah.
Yes. I would say that it was the serious differences and the irreconcilable difference between my parents ang naging rason bakit naghiwalay sila. Islam had nothing to do with it. Even though sabihin na natin na yes, but your father is Islam and your father is a Muslim, your mother is a Muslim, how come? And you claim that Islam is the answer to all problems. I said, yes it is. It is the answer to every problem in life. Yes, it is a way of life. However, if the follower is not following to this, is not adhering to this kind of way of life, you will not be successful. Any relationship will not be successful if you do not follow the path in the way it is supposed to be. So I would say that it is just a difference of their character. Kaya hindi sila Yes.
Well, in Islamic teaching naman, sister, we have to realize that na katotohanan na kaya nga allowed ang divorce Because sabi nung, divorce is the most hated thing before Allah. Pero pag ang dalawang mag-asawa ay hindi na talaga magkaintindihan, so they are permitted kesa naman sila mamuhay ng hindi maganda o hindi peaceful. So, alhamdulillah, that is Islam. Kaya ang Islam is the solution to all problems. Okay. So, now, how did you cope up with this kind of problems? Of course, affected ka bilang anak. Affected ka dito. So, paano mo kinope up itong problemang ito?
Being the eldest of two, I really felt ako yung pinakaunang shock absorber talaga. Because at that time, my brother was overseas. Ako naiwan sa bahay. I felt all what happened talaga it affected me mentally. Kasi it happened when I was still studying college. So, it affected me mentally, spiritually, emotionally, lahat yan. Talaga apektado ako. Pero ako na lang, sabi ko, Aisha, hold on. Huwag kang bumitaw. Kumbaga, this is you're a Muslim, Islam, and you hold on to it. Everybody's breaking up. Don't break up. Huwag kang bumitaw, dyan ka lang.
Trials lang.
So yun, trials lang to. Ano yan, lilipas yan, huwag kang bumitaw. But it was so difficult. It was very difficult because I have to say that because my father was very domineering, very influential siya. He was such a strong force sa family namin that when he left, ang laki rin ng bawas sa pamilya. So, I would say I have to say that we were kind of lost, but not too lost because I still hold on to Islam. I did not change my religion. I said I'm a Muslim. I'm not going to change He can walk out wherever he wants, but I'm going to stick to this. So yun, but it was so hard.
How was your practices now?
Well, okay. So, when he left, and so what happened was I was going now through a phase. Ito na. At first, I was still a hijabi, and I was still fasting, I was still praying, I was still practicing everything. In the midst of this kind of confusion and breakup, sabi ko, sige lang, go. However, there was a time in my life, sometime I think 2000 or 2001, I became involved in this. I would say drawn to the Japanese anime culture. During that time, parang ano pa siya parang nasa very early stage pa lang of Japanese anime culture that arrived here in the country. I was drawn to that.
So, doon mo binuhos yung time mo? Yes,
doon ko binuhos yung time ko. Then, I slowly began to change. As I changed, my identity problems started rising. Hindi ako, at that time, I wasn't aware of it yet, but I was already changing. I was having an identity crisis I did not know existed. So, slowly, with change, syempre, andyan na yung hijab.
Inaalis na.
Inaalis na. Okay. Andyan na pumapasok yung mga rason na mainit. Andyan na. Masakit ulo ko Ayan na, nagrarason na.
Marami ng reason.
Paraming reason ko until I take it off. Yun na. Okay. That started appearance. So now people could not tell anymore if I was Muslim or not unless I told them
that you are a Muslim.
That I was a Muslim. Tapos slowly, every time I try to remember this, it really apektado ako nito. But yes, I started missing my prayers.
Ilang taon na sis? Umabot ka sa ilang taon nang doing it?
I was already abandoning my prayers. I wasn't wearing the hijab. This went on all the way up to 2006.
Oh, wow. Medyo matagal-tagal din na.
Matagal siya, yes.
6 years?
Yes.
At that.
Matagal siya. And then, as I started abandoning my prayers, at kung ano-anong sanga na ng culture na to, I even took pride. Actually, gusto ko pa nga, sabi ko, sana ma-identify nila ako as a Japanese.
Okay.
Alam mo yon, I was trying to identify myself with another country na, another culture. I want to be, because nga I was in constant search. Yes, I was so drawn to it. I was never addicted to drugs.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah. I was never addicted to alcohol. I never had boyfriends.
Okay.
I never had ganun. Never. I never ate pork.
Okay.
Yun nga eh. How, despite being drawn to the Japanese anime culture and really immersed myself there, I still held on to certain beliefs in Islam na, Aisha, wag mong bitawan to or else kakainin ka ng lupa. I had all these crazy notions na this was going to happen.
So now, sister, what incident brought you back to Islamic faith? Ano ang awakening?
Oh, yes.
Kasi nakatulog ka eh. So, ano yung awakening mo para, ito ka na ngayon, mashallah, kikita ko practicing Muslim, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. The incident that brought me back to the Islamic faith, would you believe, came from the movies.
Really?
I visited my brother in his residence one time. Kasi I usually visit him. He told me, I want you to check this out. Watch this movie. It's really good.
Ano yung movie?
Okay. The movie was Kingdom of Heaven.
Ay,
yes.
Napanood ko rin yan.
Yes, it's a very good movie.
Yes.
Sabi ko, okay. No problem. Sige. At that time kasi, when it was around 2006 na siya, almost ending 2006. Slowly, I was already deviating from the culture, the Japanese anime culture, the anime community, the Japanese community. I was getting bored. Kasi I was in constant search of my identity, never found it.
Yeah.
I was getting bored with activities. Ang mga kasama ko, pabata. At puro looks lang, it's all, you go home tired, you dress up, always trying to impress everybody physically, never brought peace. Sabi ko, I'm tired of that. I've had it. Sabi ko, I need to look for a direction right now. So, I watched the movie.
Yeah.
Curiosity sake. When I watched it, mashallah, I was really impressed with the character of Salahuddin. So, when I researched about him, and through my research, I was able to watch videos about Islam. Da'wah from different countries I never knew existed. Yes, because I thought the only foreigner who made da'wah was the late Ahmedidat. So yun lang ang alam ko. But here I saw different people of different nationalities explaining about Islam, women, men, explaining it in a way my father never taught me. And then I was able to research more links, I started looking for to belong, a community. Parang tinigilan ko yung membership ko sa iba. I started looking for Muslim community. Yes, and that's where I found Muslims on LiveJournal and Islam Feminism also on LiveJournal.
So, anyway, nandiyan ka na, awakening na, nandun na yung awakening mo. So, briefly, sister, as a conclusion statement, what can you say now, being a Muslim?
I have to say that I felt that I was all these things that I experienced, yung challenges in our family, and ultimately from just a movie was just a vehicle, was just an instrument to point me towards another direction, actually to the right direction. Everything came into being kasi when I started changing, I was able to find Muslim communities. I was actually able to find myself a Muslim husband because I met him through, I met him through the community on Muslims. And then That was in February 2007. And you remember, sis, that's where I met you the first